Hey folks, Lana here with Cowboy Boots, Hats, and Western Life Enthusiasts. So today we're going to be doing a review on this 20X American Hat Company Black Felt. But this is going to be a collaboration video, and it's going to be with someone that most of y'all know, Joe Bradburn from the Cowboy Cartel channel. Well, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so if you're wondering why this is a collaboration video with Cowboy Cartel, well, there's a bit of a story to that, and I'll tell y'all what it is. I ended up actually finding this hat online for a real good price, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to get this hat as an extra work hat, and I like it. It's an American hat company, so that's pretty much all I wear. So I decided to go ahead and grab it, and luckily the guy was located in Austin, right where Joe Bradburn was. So went ahead and paid for the hat and had it sent to Joe Bradburn. He met him up at Cavender's, where Joe Bradburn works in Austin, Texas. And Joe Bradburn ended up cleaning up the hat. Now, what it looked like was the hat was dusty with a bunch of sheetrock dust that was probably settled from a house that the guy kept it in. But the hat looked brand spanking new, besides the white sheetrock dust and also a bunch of ugly looking patches that y'all will actually see in the upcoming part of this video. And the hat was reshaped, cleaned up, and everything was taken care of by Joe Bradburn. And I'm going to show you all that right now. But if you're wondering how the hat got dirty again, well, it's my work hat. So that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. That's how I actually want it to look like, because that's what it's intended for. So I've been using this hat on the ranch. I've been using this hat riding Dixie. I've been riding other horses with it, and I've also worked a rodeo weekend with it. So it has seen quite a bit, and I really do love this hat. But let's go ahead and see how Joe Bradburn took this hat in and how he actually went ahead and shaped it up. Hi y'all, so we're back. So I just wanted to let y'all know that Joe actually did everything he actually could to shape this hat in the best way that he could. He really boxed it up well. Afterwards, he put a bunch of different protection, just the way American Hat Company would have protected this hat. Now, the only problem is that it was shipped through USPS. I got the label for it, and I have no idea what they did, but the box had a little bit of a crush mark on it, and it looks like they've probably thrown some boxes on there, and there was a bunch of misshapes that happened. A lot of the stuff that Joe Bradburn initially did was messed up, and there was a dent in the crown that I was able to take out. But then on the brim, there was quite a bit of stuff that needed to be retouched up. Thankfully, I took it to one of the girls at my local store, Western store, Griff's Western, and she did the best she could have done with it, and she really did it up because she took a long time because I'm a little bit picky with how I like my brim. I like it nice and wide and relaxed and just a big old hat, you know. So she went ahead and got that done for me. Now, I just want to let y'all know that this right here is my favorite crown shape. It's kind of like a wide cattleman, minic, square, and then it has a little bit of an indentation in the middle. And I just love it. I love that it's full length. I love that it's a bit wider. It just sits better on my head. And I just really love that. And if y'all haven't seen that video that Joe Bradburn did of the double R hat store or double R hat house out in Beggett, Texas. Well, now they've changed. Actually, they've changed location, but this hat actually came from there. But he did a video of the double R hat house, and he actually went ahead. I'll actually leave that in the comment below, is what I meant to say. But he went ahead and did that shape because I really liked the way it looked. And when I got it, I really loved it. I got my new 200X shaped that way, which I'm going to be doing a review on later. And now this one, it still has its cattleman crown, but I will be changing it to to this crown. So I'm going to put a link in the video in the description below of that video that Joe Bradburn did. So now let's go into the hat. So first of all, one thing that is always consistent with American Hat Company, no matter what X you get, no matter what hat you get, if it's a straw or felt, the construction is going to be on point. They do various checks to make sure that the hats are well made, no matter which hat it is. So no matter what quality of felt, the only thing that changes is the felt. So if you're going to get 20X, you're going to have such and such amount of beaver to rabbit. So I think on this one it's probably about 20%. 40X, you're going to get about 50 to 60%. 100X, you're going to get 100% beaver, 100% beaver back hair, and so on and so forth. You know, it always gets better. But what doesn't change is the hat construction. It's always consistently good because everything gets checked. Another thing that doesn't change a whole lot is the fact that they're using genuine, I believe it is lambskin on their band. Comfort is something that is reserved to everyone who buys an American Hat Company hat, no matter what. So American Hat Company always ensures that they will put a nice lambskin, unless it's one of their straw hats that doesn't have, like, it has the foam. I've seen them do that, but that's only if you want it, and there's not very many hats that have that. It will always have the bow in the back. It will always have the same lining. So as far as that, nothing changes. The only thing that changes when you go up in quality is literally the felt and also the buckle. The buckle change. So on a 20X, you're going to be expecting to get this buckle right here with the little rubies on there. It's a really nice looking buckle. I wanted to actually kind of take off the rubies, but then I'm like, you know what? kind of grew on me. They're not too overly done. I don't like anything that's too flashy. I'm just going to make sure the camera can pick up on that. I don't like anything that's too flashy, and this was really not. Now, one thing that I will say about the 20X, it's really soft. And one thing that I've noticed, as opposed to maybe like a higher X hat, maybe the felt is just a little bit softer. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, this hat could take abuse. And as a matter of fact, one thing that is really strong about that, or good about that, is the fact that when I'm actually riding, this hat has fallen on the ground. It has been pushed over on some things, and it's so soft and supple that it'll actually bend in really easily. It'll bend in really easily. But the good thing about it is that it'll regain its shape really fast too. It's not going to break at the felt line, because of the fact that it got hit or set back or whatever. It's always going to kind of regain back into its shape that it was shaped in. So that is what I have to say about this 20X hat. Now, I will tell y'all this. American Hat Company does not make a lot of 20Xs. They're very rare hats. And the only thing that they really have a lot of 20Xs in, and that's the only way you could actually get it, is in a 20X, is the American grizzly hats. Not grizzly bear, grizzly hats. Those hats actually do come in only in a 20X. That's just the way they're made. But besides that, 20X is not something you often see, and I wouldn't particularly buy an American in 20X if I had the choice. And the reason being is this: it's not because there's anything wrong with the hat or that it's a bad hat. It's an American Hat Company hat. At the end of the day, to me, that's the gold standard. Now, the only reason why I wouldn't buy a 20X hat if it was up to me as a brand new hat is because for about, I don't know, $50 to $75, you could step up into a 40X American Hat Company hat, which is going to use quite a bit more beaver in it. And I think that's one of the reasons why they don't make a whole lot of the 20Xs anymore, and they make more of the 40X, because this hat, like I said, it's only a little bit more, but you get quite a bit more. You get a better felt, nicer buckle, and there's something that y'all got to remember about jumping into a 40X hat. It is the beginning of the X factors that you could actually send back to American once you actually went and abused and trashed your hat and did whatever you had to do with it, and it's on its last leg, as you think. You could send it back to American, and I think for about $150, uh, they'll actually grab your hat and completely rebuild it, redo it like brand new, block it, everything, put new liner, new leather band. Now, you don't have to check up again on that price, because I'm not sure if it's $150 anymore, because everything's gone up in price. But for right around that price, you could actually send the 40X and above to actually get reshaped. And that's an awesome thing that they do offer. But for an extra $50 or $60 or whatever that difference is, which it shouldn't be a whole lot more than that, I would definitely jump up to a 40X. But being that I found this hat at such an awesome price, I really couldn't have gone wrong with it, and it made a great work hat. And as usual, American Hat Company continues to provide the best products, best hats, and really do vigorous checks um, on their product to make sure that the quality is up to par no matter which X factor you get. So uh, hats off to American Hat Company. That was a pun, by the way. So they just continue to, like I said, build such great products, and I'm always very proud to wear an American hat, and that's why basically this is the only hat brand that I wear, and I really do love representing them as well. So That is all I have for y'all today. If you find one of these hats, go ahead and buy it. You know, if you guys want the 20X and, you know, if it's what you could afford, I completely understand. Definitely go for it. You will never receive a bad hat. And, you know, American Hat Company always steps up to their standard and make sure that everything is always perfect. So if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. We do have another American Hat Company. If you guys like the hat content, we got a 200X silver belly up for review coming up in these next few weeks. So if you guys like this video, hit like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.